Hello guys and welcome to SteveKnows. It's the weekly VR news update and we are a day late. I am sorry for that, but I needed a day to relax. Life is crazy right now. So we have some interesting stories, some tech and some games today and I cannot wait to get into it, but there are a few messages just before we get started. So the $100 giveaway ends tonight and I have also started a Quest 2 giveaway now as well. So please enter both those competitions down below in the description for a chance to win some games or a new VR headset. I also want to add a huge thank you because the last couple of videos there's been some really great community comments spreading the love and it's been really nice. So I just want to thank you for your support, the lovely comments and watching these videos. So today Vale have sponsored the video. It's going to help with my wedding, so thank you guys, but this is also a part news, part sponsorship because it's something pretty interesting. So they have a summer beta and an esports tournament going on this July. Vale is an action physics-based FPS. You may have seen the likes of Thrill or Techmanju loving this experience. So when they approached me asking if I want to check it out, of course, I was keen. Yes, let me play this game. Vale has everything that you would expect in a first-person shooter. Custom lobbies, matchmaking, social experiences. If you just don't want to battle out, you just want to hang out with some friends, that's perfectly fine. And you'll do this in 5 versus 5 face-offs. The beta is going to be free. You just need to request access to this game via their Steam page. If you get into the beta, you're going to have the game for life for free. So a free game, you can't go wrong. I will link that down below in the description. And just after the beta, they are going to host a tournament where you can compete against other people all over the world from your very own home. And the finale will be in Miami. They will fly you out if you make it to the finale to Miami to battle it out in the final face-off of this game. And I'm sure you'll get to meet people such as Thrill, which sounds like a sweet day out. Sun, drinks, and VR. The prize pool for winning though, whew, it's set to $35,000, which is a down payment for a home. That's a new car, that's tons of VR accessories, and that's a lot of games. So I'll link their Discord down below in the description, which is great for setting up lobbies, people to play with, interacting with the community. And I'll also put all the links to the Steam page, the Discord, the beta link, all down below in the description. So enough chin wagging, let's get started. So let's start this off with the big news so you don't have to wait to the end of the video. This is a literal game changer, but it does have a caveat with it that's a little annoying, but it's just one small little issue. So SideQuest, they have been progressing our user experience once again, step by step, small increments from a small app to a big app to a phone app. We now have a native Quest application on our VR headsets so we can install the amazing library that's available out there waiting for us to play. This will literally at least double the potential game library you have available because there's so much free content here, and it also allows you to give feedback to more developers so they can make better games. It's such a great community dev interaction via SideQuest. I really enjoy it. It would also mean that you don't need to be near a computer at a point you want to install and search for a new game. You can just do it via the application inside the headset. But the caveat that I mentioned is that to enable this, to get that application onto the headset, you do need a computer. You need to transfer the application and install it on the headset via a PC. So hopefully if you don't have one, you can use a friend's computer, a family's computer, and just do this one-time setup so you then have the app on the headset and you don't have to worry about it again. The app also has a new style as well. It looks much nicer. The UI that you use the application for doing things like transferring files to the PC, changing headset configurations, things that you couldn't do directly inside the headset. The UI is way more intuitive now. It looks so much nicer. I think this is a great progression. I'm so sad that it's not a native application like AppLab, the SideQuest install, and then that way you wouldn't need a computer full stop. Next, Meta have made small steps into making the virtual economy a new layer of our existing reality. So by introducing the Zuckbucks, as I want to call it, but it's actually called MetaPay, which is your virtual wallet designed to make it easier for you to spend money in the metaverse. It is put simply like PayPal, but in the Meta ecosystem, or Amazon Pay. Purchases you make in the virtual world, from clothing to music, event tickets, artwork, will be stored and accessible in a single location. In addition to managing your funds, the digital wallet will also be used to manage your identity in the metaverse, which is another way of saying we will be tracking your purchasing traits and gain a better understanding of who you are as a person so we can target you with advertising. This is Facebook Pay going through a name change, so it only supports Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger currently, But I wanted to call it out because we've recently seen designer clothes for our avatars, which will be coming out for virtual reality, and the metaverse videos where we can buy virtual assets for our online personas. These have been coming out. This is a business opportunity for creators and Meta, so I see that this could exponentially grow, and this is the very start of it, so I thought you should be aware. I'm going to do a couple more stories on the state of VR and its future, and then we will get on to games and some interesting tech, which makes me like sports. So Meta dropped a video this week around prototypes, and we got to see lots of different work streams on virtual reality improvement, and it looks like one of the bigger improvements that I wasn't actually expecting that will give us a new sense of immersion wasn't what I expected. So it looks like display brightness and HDR could be the biggest impact of our virtual immersion. According to Andrew Bosworth, he pointed out that the Quest 2 brightness limits at 100 nits, not the hair bugs. And the prototype they showcased can hit 20,000 nits of brightness. It's also called Starburst, which is a pretty fitting name, the Starburst prototype, which also outperforms the top of the range HDR televisions. And I think a rule of thumb that actually we've seen in gaming and visuals and immersion is lighting is everything always. So this is a prototype. It's not a viable option at the moment due to its weight because it's massive. The size of it, the heat sinks, it's all so big to create that brightness. And although we will be getting a HDR experience with the PlayStation VR 2, a HDR VR, which is fun to say, a HDR VR PSVR 2. So hopefully the PlayStation VR 2 can give me a little inkling around what HDR is going to be like in virtual reality and its impact. Meta also said that this research is going to pass the visual Turing test, which is named after Alan Turing. And if you don't know Alan Turing and you're into computers, seriously, check him out. Such a touching, sad story. He's an absolute hero and the grandfather of AI. It's literally, you can't even make it up. So please check him out. The test is to visually trick a user that the virtual world is real. Some things have already passed the AI Turing test. I think Amazon did with one of their AI bots, which was like a chat bot. But now we're kicking it up a notch, and it's going to be the visual Turing test, which seems way more complicated. So we have new games coming to the Quest now. Games. This one is called Compound, and retro lovers such as myself, you will love this title. It's a first-person shooter that has an old-school style, and I did play this in early access on PC a very long time back, but it's about to come to its full release. It's leaving early access, and it's also going to be released on Quest 2 according to their public Trello board. Nothing like Kanban. It is a randomized roguelike experience where you want to dodge enemy fire and take them out with shotguns, pistols, assault rifles. But this game, it does get tough. It starts out really simple and easy, but as you progress, things get super hairy, Wolfman hairy, which is very fitting with the retro vibe. It kind of reminds me the style of Hotline Miami, especially with its soundtracks. The music's great. Oh, stay, can you see? A rather silly game now that takes the mickey out of an entire nation, which really made me chuckle, is this title that is coming to the Quest called The American Dream. This is already available on PC and PlayStation VR, but it's now being ported to the Quest system by the end of this month, so I think it's around June the 30th. So The American Dream. So the American Dream, I can't, it amuses me so much. The American Dream is a world where you can use guns as tools for everything. So there in the trailer has a baby shooting the door to get its mum's attention, which really tickled me. The game could also spark some debate, I am sure, but it seems to be a satirical take on gun culture in America, and it is designed to make you think about its idiosyncrasies. It doesn't seem like a virtual reality veteran's intense story driven on multiplayer experience though. It seems like one of those games that we have plenty of on the platform, but I am always up for a laugh. Hopefully it will make me chuckle. Now this piece of tech, I just thought it was such a crazy idea. It's a literal game changer for spectator sport. So there is a company that has designed a visualization engine that can overlay virtual assets on your sporting event screen on TV. I'm sure it can have other use cases, but this is the one that they're showcasing. And it's called Beyond Sport. And they streamed the Stanley Cup Championship games using this engine, where they turned real life players into like blocky avatars, so it looks like you're watching a video game, but it's not. It's an overlay of real life professional sportsmen playing a championship game. It just blows my mind. The audience is even blocked out as well, but I think that's just a kind of pre-recorded overlay. They're not actually mapping the audience. There's just too many things going on there. And according to the report, fans of the NHL responded really well to this as well. It definitely makes me as a gamer more interested watching this kind of events and sports or integrated with technology. Just press the red button and turn it on and off. That would be brilliant. And another game which I am beyond excited to play. If you're watching this, please Please give Steve access. He is super keen. So we have Grind Punk, a skateboarding game in virtual reality, a first-person simulator of you doing tricks on a piece of wood with wheels on it. Take me back to the early 2000s when skating had peaked. So you can roam around skate parks and grind rails, do flips, do tricks, and I've not had a chance to play this yet, as I just said, but there is plenty of early testers and videos out there now showing off the game, and it looks brilliant. So you can do things like customize your own deck, adjust your goofy or standard stances, as well as completely crash and burn where you didn't land a trick correctly. It's going to be so awesome to be able to experience what it's like to do these tricks without having to spend years and years of training and fitness. It kind of feels like I'm cheating life. So that's it from me today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Lots of games, some changes to the potential future of VR, and a fantastic SideQuest update. So please subscribe to the channel, join the giveaways down below in the description, and have a great week. Happy gaming, guys. Good day!